from the south, with luck. I find the open source program. As you may already know, it's been my ambition to sail to Bodega Bay for some time now. Well, today was not going to be that day again. Several of you, perhaps me included, now doubt if we'll ever make it that far north. We set sail in much the usual way, motoring out of the harbour in the morning fog. Forecast is from the south, with luck to push the ever-hopeful north. To begin, the winds fail to materialize at all, and thus we labour under the steady din of the iron genny. Hours later we arrive, and without regret a night is spent blissfully at anchor. Transiting the Golden Gate and the infamous potato patch is best not taken lightly. One must beware of the significant tidal current, and especially the threat of wind over tide. Half Moon Bay to the Golden Gate Bridge is approximately 20 nautical miles. I find the open source program OpenCPN to be an excellent navigation and route planning application, which I run on a laptop secured below decks. Conservatively, at a cruising speed of average 3.5 knots, that will take about 6 hours. The goal is to arrive at the bridge at slack water, which is followed by the ebb. Consulting the tide tables, we note that slack is at 4:36 p.m. So we'll aim to arrive at the gate an hour earlier, giving us a suggested departure time of 9:30 a.m. or a bit earlier. By noon the following day, we lay the gate and push into the bay. Dodging the first of many cargo ships, container ships and oil tankers. We get through with no drama and make way towards our stop for the night. The next day sees a quick hike up to the top of Angel Island for what must be one of the best views of the entire Bay Area. been several days now, and a marina starts to seem like a good idea. But what's with San Francisco marinas being so tough to get into these days? Why on earth they make it so difficult for transients, one can only imagine. Perhaps it's something to do with those wayward souls in Richardson Bay. Anyway, some marinas are now prohibitively expensive. Some are completely closed to transients. Still others have bizarre and baroque procedures for getting registered. And a few are a quick and convenient phone call away. The South Bay it is then. Starboard! Home for the night. It's a grey morning, but Jonah has the bit between her teeth. She's starting her homeward run up under the Bay Bridge, past the city waterfront and out into the infamous slot. The wind is blowing, and for a while we get too close to the wind shadow of the skyscrapers and are left luffing off the Embarcadero, with ferries jockeying for position at the docks. The engine is quickly started, and we avoid any unnecessary complications. Then the wind returns and we tack our way up. Past Alcatraz Island and onward to the bridge. Through the gate and winds go light. And the Code Zero, aka tweener / kite, is deployed. there's one thing I've learned, or not learned, over and over again. It's that it ain't over till it's over. After a nearly flawless 6-day cruise, and under the remit of let no good deed go unpunished, just before reaching our home port, I turned to avoid a racing fleet of 505 dinghies and accidental jibe in suddenly strong winds, causing the main sheet to part company with the boom in a quite violent manner, highlighting that after 37 years and previous owner repairs, aluminum's gonna corrode. Oh well, that wasn't exactly blue water spec anyway. We can rebuild her, make her better, stronger, faster. Stay tuned for the exciting new main sheet attachment method. I found this boom bale for my 2-inch diameter boom from Racelight. Now that looks more business-like, blue water even, but I'll reserve judgment until it proves itself at sea. So I needed a new steaming light as the original was no longer serviceable. Having decided on a masthead all-around light that could double as an anchor light, eventually I settled on the Perco fitting. But the problem was how to fit it to the mast. Being somewhat handy with 3D modelling and having a 3D printer, I felt compelled to solve the issue by designing a custom bracket. The top of the mast is rather busy with the backstay, sheaves for the main halyard, etc. Therefore, I wanted something that could attach to the side of the mast. I began by modelling the profile of the mast extrusion. Then a quick mock-up of the Perco fitting itself, and finally designing a bracket that would attach the light fitting to the side of the mast. The finished item was printed in UV-resistant ABS plastic with 100% fill to make it as strong as possible. The sailing vessel Jonah, the best little ship on the ocean, if you'll pardon my bias.